What's up guys, we're back with another video today, and if you're a returning viewer, you will notice I played Coyote Creek's tournament course a couple videos ago. Today we are playing the easier and slightly longer valley course. Stay tuned, as the golf will be terrible for the first hole, but it picks up shortly after. Dealing with the tweaked lower back, it will take me a few holes to get warmed up. This fourth shot barely clears the water, and the part of the game that I've been struggling with the most was my best today, which was scrambling. This pitch shot wasn't the best, but this downhill 30-footer was right on the money and couldn't be happier with a bogey to start. Looking at the valley course, the cost to play here is cheaper than the tournament course, at $91 versus $138 for the tournament course. More people do decide to play the valley course, and every time I look toward the tournament course, there is no one on certain holes. As the shot was hooked right, red stakes just dropped with a one-stroke penalty. But going back to my course comparison, at $138, the tournament course is not nearly as busy, and depending on who you are, you may prefer paying more to not have to wait as much. The conditions on both courses are great, but they are better on the tournament course, especially the bunkers. Third hole provides a narrow tee shot, as accuracy is far more important than distance on the short par 4. Finally found something with my hybrid, and this iron shot could not have got any worse. Only shot here was to hit through the tree, and happy to tell you that it worked out. This left me with a difficult uphill putt, and I am happy to play the tournament course before playing here, as most of these putts would be extremely difficult, but compared to the tournament course, these greens are pretty calm. Fourth hole is a longer par 4, and the best way I could describe this hole is through baseball. Tee shot was a ground out to the pitcher, and with one out, another ground out to second base. Finally got the ball up in the air, but this results in a pop out to the shortstop to retire the side. Unfortunately, unlike baseball, this does not signify a new inning, and this ball was struck well back and gone. Someone get me off this hole. Fifth hole of the day, and although I don't like this tee shot, a shot right of the fairway provides a much closer approach shot than going left. Finally found a green in regulation with my pitching wedge here, and here a 2-putt leads me to my first par of the day. Unlike the tournament course, which basically has trouble on every hole, the valley course is open and there's a good chance an air shot will remain still in play. I know this looks like I cheated, but honestly this is where my ball came to rest. All I could do is punch out with a 6-iron, and from here completely misjudge the distance as this one ends up long. Followed that up with my worst wedge shot of the day, and this leads to another 2-putt here for another bogey. And now the golf will start to be picking up. Starts off with my favorite hole in the course, the 7th hole, par 3, the only one that has water involved on it. Took an extra club and found the back left of the green, leaving me with a long look at birdie, and all I wanted to do was leave this within 5 feet. Exceeded my expectations here, and could not be happier with this effort, and a stress-free par goes on the card. 8th hole, and finally connected with the driver, narrowly avoiding the bunkers on the left puts me in perfect position to attack this pin, but I end up doing this. Just like the 3rd hole, toe shanked this one out left, but unlike most of my videos, my scrambling today was actually pretty good. Downhill awkward lie, and when in doubt, I'd go with the best club in your bag. Today that was my hybrid, and this results in another stress-free par. Hole 9 is another long par 4, but this has trouble all the way down the right side of the fairway and just short of the green. This draw narrowly rolls past the lone fairway bunker, and this approach shot I thought would end up just right of the green apparently landed on the green and rolled into the green side bunker long. These bunkers compared to the tournament course were more grainy than sandy, but cannot complain as my bunker shots today were also incredible. Back 9 opens up with a dogleg left, and after that long wait, I thought I was going to have to stop with how stiff my back got after this swing. Went with the smart approach here and swung light and clubbed up with a hybrid. However, flared this one out to the left. This flop shot came out almost perfect, and continuing with the trends going up and down, add this one onto the list. This 158-yard par 3 plays so far into the wind I hit my 4 hybrid, playing at almost 180 yards. But another ball flared out left puts me in a downhill chip with a lot of green to work with. Did not expect this one to come out so good. Now I have a slightly harder chip for my second. The focus here and normal me would have been mentally defeated, resulting in a chunkier score, but never lost confidence and gave myself another tap. Another hole playing back into the wind, and I thought this drive was going to end up decent, but unfortunately finds the fairway bunker. This was close enough to the lip where I just had to play it out safely to the middle of the fairway. And however, from here misjudged the wind and found the other greenside bunker. With the hole just on a ridge, any shot within 10 feet would be considered really good, and I was happy enough to do that. Knew right away that I pushed this, and another double bogey goes on the card. Thirteenth hole is a downhill par 3 with bunkers guarding short and long of the green. Slightly mishit this 9-iron, causing it to come up short. Just missed the green, but can't complain if I'm able to get a putter on it. From here is a slight misread. However, I was automatic from this distance. After another great par save, the 14th hole is a dogleg left, and if you want any chance of hitting the green in 2, you want to take it down that left-hand side. Did that to perfection, and for the first time today, I ended up pulling out the 2-iron. Struggling with my back, I decided to keep this in my bag, as a miss hit probably would have been the end of me. Luckily made great contact, as this misses pin high to the right. This downhill pitch shot runs just past the hole, giving myself a look at birdie. This birdie putt I thought I made for a second, but can never complain with tapping pars. 370-yard par 4, and with the people on the right side of this hole waiting for us to hit, I got scared and bailed out to the left side. However, this course is pretty open, and for the most part, a miss still leaves you in perfect position to attack this pin. With this approach shot, it is important you find the correct tier. I was expecting a flyer out of the slide, and you will not get one if you don't hit it perfect like what I did here. Found the frontier and now have to go up and over this ridge, give myself work for par. But as I mentioned previously, I was automatic from this range. 16th hole, and this one you cannot afford to go left. I was heading for trouble here, but got extremely lucky as it kicks off a tree back into play. However, this puts me in a tough position, and I'd much rather have to deal with this tree than the alternative. Only chance I had was to hit a high slice, but I didn't have the strength as this comes up about 15 yards short. At this point, I'm just trying to play for bogey and get this on the green in 2-putt. This par putt would be a bonus, as it just slides by, but cannot be mad about a bogey after possibly going OB off that tee shot. The golf gods give us and the golf gods take it away. This shank almost ends up back on the 11th tee box. And not only was that bad, but the worst part about this was in my match, my opponent went long and left and had a chance to put him away with a par. But that's the game of golf, and you will watch me struggle for the last time on this day. Ended up only losing the shot on this hole, as this bogey putt slides by and a tap in for a double. Final hole is par 5, and with the driving range on the right side, and us playing later in the day, I aimed as far left as possible. Got it in play, and went for the statement ending, trying to hit the green in 2, but just missed in the bunker. Overall, this is a great course to play, as I cannot tell you which course here I thought was better. Price-wise, the Valley course is the better option, but if you're okay with paying a little bit more to have perfect conditions, want a challenger game, or not to have as much weight, I would say play the tournament course. Overall, I put these both at a 9.5, and I'll let you experience which one is best for you. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure you like and subscribe. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.